trying to post a video as much as I can and tell useful information or about a piece of gear I love or just something. Just, I don't know. Anyway, it's Flame Top Friday, and this is something I adore. This is my PRS 594 hollow body. And it's like a violin. It's completely hollow. It's like a violin other than there are pickups on it. It's electric. But other than that, it's just like a violin. I can't back that up. But anyway, I love this thing. I love PRS guitars. And so I'm playing it today. Play it a lot. It's a great guitar for slide and just a really great guitar. It's light and I'm getting old. But anyway, I was gonna do it. Oh, there's people in here. Awesome. I was gonna do a video on the shapes. And by shapes, I'm not talking about like a D shape or a C looking like steps. When you play scales, as you will, and these are all going to be 2-note examples, so 2 notes per string. You're going to see some similarities, like the 5 boxes. Oops. So the 5 boxes, you may notice how I'm playing similar shapes all the way up it, because the intervals on the guitar aren't going to change, and I don't have to take into account different notes as I would on a piano. Once I learn a scale on a guitar, that's what it is. It's not going to change. On a piano, a C major scale might be all white notes, but the G major scale would be all white notes but one, which would be the F sharp, which happens to be the note before the letter G. Wonder if that happens all the way down the scale. Anyway, not to get too into music theory, but for my friends that I didn't know theory for a long time, so it's no shame, and I just know a minimal amount now, but I didn't know how much I did know until I got around guys trying to explain some stuff to me. So I always would play based on shapes and stuff like that. There's a glare on the neck of this guitar and it's killing me. And so I would base most things on that. I don't care if it got a little darker. I like it better. Meow. Focus. Anyway, a couple of those shapes are, you're going to notice there's one space in between the fret, one fret in between on it. You may notice there's 2 on this one. Now, I know I said there'd be 3 shapes, but I'm wrong, because when we're doing 2 notes, there's only going to be 2 shapes. There's going to be play a note, skip a note, play a note. So this is A. So that's play a note, skip 2. Play a note, see? Play a note, skip 2, play a note. Both of those were just play 1, skip 1. So what I'm getting at, if you want to get around on a guitar and not learn that pesky 3rd note, or you're just starting and you know your boxes, you can basically, if you know anything about computers or shift registers, I'm just pushing one out of the way. So if you can imagine the guitar had an extra string on it, everything would be symmetric. Well, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Holy shit, I'm confusing myself. I don't want to get into that until I do the 3 notes per string. So here is the pentatonic box going up, and it's going to be 1, skip 1, 1, skip 1, 1, skip 2, 1, skip 2, 1, 1, skip 2, 1, skip 1, 1, skip 1, and they're all going to be based off of that fret. This is A, that's home, that's a root note. So everything's going to end on that fret. So you could just basically assume that your ring finger, if this is one you choose to use, and I do, I might use my pinky sometimes. Whatever finger it is, it's going to essentially be like a capo on that. So everything's going to jump off. So, what I'm getting at is the only finger you need to have to worry about is this one. You know? So, man, I wasn't going to do it, but I think I'm going to put the 3-shape thing in here. Oh, it's going to go over my head. Hey, everybody. I can't believe people are on here. So, when you're doing that box, you know, you can run up. So you can go up the line like this, like a major scale. And the difference in a major scale and a pentatonic scale, besides there being more notes in a major scale, maybe I do know a little theory, maybe I don't know, is that the pentatonic has 5 notes and they keep repeating. So, oops. So those are the 5 notes. It's a root, a flat third, a fourth, a fifth, and a flat 7. Did I say that right? Did I? Let's see. So there's a 2 and there's a 3. So it's at a flat 3, right? Ooh, that's right. There's my 4 and 5. That's a flat 7 because here's a 7 in a major scale. So then when I get here, I'm playing the same 5 notes again. Same 5 notes again. So when I go up the pentatonic, I'm only getting one new note, essentially. Ooh. So that's why licks will translate up the fretboard. So if I was gonna, do you guys know about modes? Or no, yes, maybe? Have you always wanted to ask, but we're afraid to? I don't know. Hey, Donnie. If you know your, I learned my major scale this way. I got the Guitar Hero way. I'm just gonna say 2. This is 2. My second finger. My 4th finger. 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4. So 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. I may have got those confused when I said them without playing them. Sorry. But I'm just using my second finger, my 4th. Then I'm going to drop a string and go 1, 2, 4. I'm not using my 3rd finger. Then I'm going to drop a string. I'm going to do it there. Then I'm going to repeat. I actually wouldn't play it that way. Anyway, noodling. Excessive noodling. 10-yard penalty. Sorry about that. Sorry. But if you were going to play at 3 notes per string instead of 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, say I do the string adjustment, I'm going to play all those on one string. So when you play the major scale symmetrically, or on the 3 notes per string, starting the root, it becomes symmetrical. You'll do 2 strings of the same thing. That's what I mean by symmetrical. So remember when I was saying the shapes earlier, and I said, you know, play either 1, skip 1, and then play 1, or 1, skip 2, play 1. We're going to throw a 3rd note in there to make it saucy. So this, well, without knowing theory, that's what I'm saying, man. I don't want anyone to have to learn theory if they don't want to. I just want them to be able to like say, oh, I know that pentatonic scale, and then associate things, because even though there are all these names for all the modes, most people aren't going to be like, man, let's jam in G Phrygian. It's not going to happen most of the time. And even if they did, you need to learn a way to associate it to something that's familiar with you. It's like finding your way home before map, or if you were walking somewhere when you're a kid, like, I recognize that tree. It's probably not going to get cut down before I go home. I'll remember that as a landmark. I have landmarks on the guitar, and they're all based around pentatonic because that's all I knew when I was a kid. And so that's why I'm going back to this and kind of explaining how I built on it. So most people play guitar, know the pentatonic boxes. I put some videos up. There are 1,000 videos up, and I've just talked about it. Same 5 notes over and over. The difference is on the 3 notes per string. Let's do this one. So now the shape's going to be play one, skip one, skip one, play one. So it's going to be every other one. Can you see that? So it's going to be 3, 5, 7. I'm going to do that on the E and the A string. But I'm going to play it more fluidly. 1, 2, 3, 4. What would be next? Now this one's going to be play 2, skip 1, play 1. You're going to have 2 of those. It's going to be on the D and the G string. Follow me so far? Every other one. Then play 2, skip 1. Then you're going to play 1, skip 1, play 2. That one's going to look like this. And that's going to be on the B and the E. B, E. Okay. Now, just like the pentatonic thing where I showed you, hey, all those scales just contain those 2 shapes. Every mode just contains those 3 shapes, which are going to be every other one, 2, skip 1. So that, can you see that, guys? So the first one's going to be 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7. Then it's going to be 5, no 6 because we skipped that one. 7, 8. So 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 8. So ooh, clam. Legato. Really, I got no legato. So if you were going to go to the second mode and we're playing in G major, that would be over an A minor. It's going to be all the same notes. It's just going to be like playing your G major scale, but leaving the G off. But I don't want to just keep playing that shape. I want to get a new shape. So I'm going to slide down. I'm going to anchor my finger there. And now it's going to be the shapes we talked about. I'm going to build this. It's going to be play 1, skip 1, play 2. Then I'm going to play every other one 3 times. No, I'm not. God, I suck. It's play 1, skip 1. I was right. Play 1, skip 1. And then you play 2. Then you got every other one, every other one, every other one. Guess what's going to come next, people? 2, skip 1. Right? Next one's going to be built off 2, skip 1. See that? 2, skip 1. Then it's going to be 2 of 1, skip 1, 2. See that? So if you want to connect the whole fretboard, you just learn all those modes, you know. There was that every other one. So that's how the modes work. I don't know if that's interesting or not. I hope it is. Um, I think instead of memorizing all their names and how Dorian and Phrygian and Lydian and Mixolydian, how they all run, maybe learn to play them and just think of everything in a major key. I once heard Alan Holdsworth say, not in person, because, you know, that'd be odd, probably like faint, hit my head or something. Because I was never around the man. He was a genius. But he played some outside guitar, and I heard him say one time that he doesn't really think about theory. He thinks about the next major key. And since there's only three major keys, sorry, which would be the 1, 4, and the 5, because the other ones are going to be minor. Because that, you know, your one would be G major, then A minor, then B minor, then C major, then D major, then that's an E minor, then this it's like a, is that an F sharp 7/5 or flat 5? Again, not like I have to know it if I could play it. So I know how they associate with each other, and you'd be back at 1. So we're like a Brian McKnight song. God, easy for me to say. We are like a Brian McKnight song. We're back at 1. That's all I got. I'm not very bright. But if you want to play your modes, those 3 shapes, or just to play guitar, that's the whole guitar. So like if I was in a key G, see that? I mean, if I'm doing 3 notes, and even if I was going to play 4 and slide, and you'll always see that happen. With guitar players, man, you're going to play 3 or 4, unless, you know, you're in that crazy new school where you can use every like digit and appendage, you know, on your body to play. And that's cool, but you know, where certain parts of you out, I guess. I don't know. I can't do it. I got a question. Yeah, let me know. Hit me with it. Hit me with your questions. Just not your dirty shoe. Oh, I would be remiss. I don't have the boxes up here. I moved them. I'm playing through these lovely people from Italy, Dofex Sound. I'm using their pedals right now, and I'm gonna do a video of them where I actually, maybe not just hanging out in my paneled room of doom, but maybe not. So, well, man, I hope that helps, and I think this is the most people I've ever had in my little chat groove here. So, my computer is hot as blue blazes. If I get some questions and stuff, I will post back in here. I hope everything's working and the stream worked out. I hope that the video is good enough for you to see my fingers when I'm doing. You know, all that jazz. Anyway, my kitty's calling. I hear it's going ding, ding, ding. Happy painting and God bless.